Welcome back to TheChowTimePod. It's your host, Red. I got a video today from Envy and Kind. The toxic women of The View declare men useless on live television. Really? Please subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. See that, Chow time.
So there's this clip going viral online of a dozen women being asked the following question. Do we need men?
Oh, Lord. So before I show the rest of this clip, here's a shortened version of the clip they're talking about in case you haven't seen it yet.
Do we need men?
No.
Do we need men?
No.
No?
We don't need short men.
Yeah, and you're ugly.
No.
No? Do we need men?
We need men to make us stupid.
No.
No, why?
Nobody needs men.
Really?
We do not need men.
Why not? Why don't we need men?
Why would I need men?
You know, like nunchuck skills, bow hunting skills, computer hacking skills.
Do we need women?
Yes.
We do. Why?
These women are awesome.
Do we need women?
Of course.
Why?
They're beautiful.
Do we need women?
Women make us feel compassionate and affectionate.
Do we need women?
Yes.
Why?
Because they're hot.
And what else?
They're hot.
Most answered very quickly, no. And only one said she thought women needed a man in their lives, only one. But when men were asked a similar question, do we need women, most of them said yes.
Are you fucking dumb?
Right?
The irony here is just crazy, man, because as we all know watching these videos, this young man is just trying to prove the point that men these days are talked down about and taken for granted across the board. And surprise, surprise, these old fucks didn't get the memo. And they're so eager to talk down about men that they completely missed the point.
But when men were asked a similar question, do we need women, most of them said yes. So why do you think that is?
Because men are useless. I mean,
Oh, don't even get me started on these motherfuckers right here.
Broadly speaking, I feel like men have proven largely useless. Like, I think in the political moment.
I mean, and by the way, I wanted to differentiate between straight men and gay men because
This is where the men that come into my channel and talk shit and like praise women and all this shit and talking about how we trash women like on a grand scale and freaking generalize all of them. We don't do it on live television. We don't do it on major media networks. And we're not doing it to this degree to where we're saying women are useless. Now, we don't need women. But women are so okay. They're actually empowered to say all these things about men. This is why men are clapping back now and saying, fuck you. We don't need you to. Get on with your life then. And see how it goes without us men in it.
I think I would die without gay men.
What the fuck are you talking about?
With the exception of somebody like Steve, I think Steve is very self-sufficient.
That's Joy's husband.
But like
is.
my husband, it takes a village of women to make sure that he's not emaciated, starving, and living in his own filth. He can,
Really?
you know.
Wow.
This one.
To trash your husband like he is some freaking incapable infant. Wow.
She's a keeper.
They say, why go out for hamburger if you have steak at home?
Right.
Yeah, well, what if your steak has a fucking attitude problem?
But that's the whole thing. We like our husbands. We just don't need men beyond that.
Yeah, wait till you're married 20 years and you'll see how replaceable they are.
Shut up!
But women have conversations about their feelings. Men talk about
It's
sports,
socializing, yeah.
cars, all that stuff.
I don't know. My husband talks about his feelings with his
Maybe he's gay. Next.
Wow. Wow. As soon as the man talks about his feelings, straight up gay. And they wonder why men don't share our feelings. This fucking episode right here is the epitome of fucking modern feminism right here. And how much they trash men.
Excuse me, The ABC network, which is hosting this show, would have canceled the show if it were a panel of men saying that women are useless.
I can see what they're doing, what he's doing. I can see it, I feel it. He's cooking.
I see the producer right there. I wonder what you think about this one. Y'all would have called them misogynists, and the media would have destroyed the lives of those men. That's something to reflect on. And aside from that, everything you just said were emotional responses, but that's to be expected from a low IQ panel.
Gator don't play no shit.
This is the type of shit that women are allowed to put out there these days without consequence.
Right.
And when I started making this video, I Googled The View to see if it was live, which it is, and this is what I found. The New York Times says that The View is the most important political TV show, blah, 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 blah. They've got about 2.5 million viewers every single day. The most important political show, 2.5 million viewers, and this is the fucking message they're putting out there to these young women. This fucking man-hating feminist narrative. Like, these are supposed to be role models, and this is the message they're putting out. And the women watching this are fucking absorbing what they're saying. And not only that, you got these fucking women using this platform to publicly shame and humiliate and undermine their partners. Right there on live TV, without them there to fucking defend themselves. You wonder why divorce rates are so high? This is the fucking message. Zero respect for men, disrespect your relationship. Now, I will say that this one woman here, she actually did defend her husband. She said that she likes all the man stuff he does. This was a bit longer clip that I cut down, but she defended him. I wish she had a bit more of a backbone, though, because this would have been a much better debate if you had one woman there with some fucking common sense pushing back against this fucking stupidity.
And that's the shitty thing about it, man. Fucking sisterhood. The sisterhood, once you are against the sisterhood, all of those women are going to jump on her. She might not have the goal to be able to fight against that. She might not have the knowledge. She might not have the gusto or whatever you want to call it, the confidence to be able to fight against 4 or 5 women. I don't even know how many women there are. There could have been only 4, but you know, some of them are so big enough to consider 5. So.
And in the end there, when she was pressed again, when she was talking about how her husband, you know, he has real conversations with his friends, what happened? Men were shamed further. If you share your feelings and you're a man, you're gay. I mean, I can't wrap my head around what's going on here. The fucking hypocrisy and double standard on display here is wild. And you know, in their next fucking episode, they're gonna be talking about how men need to share their feelings more. I mean, this whole thing was fucking triggering for me. I don't know about y'all.
Once she said that whole, you know, gay part, that triggered me quite a bit. Because as men, that is one of the number one insults when we reject women, when we, you know, don't show women interest, or we don't want to do certain things. You gay?
No. Remember your pressure points. Man, fuck this shit!
Nailed it. Maple trees aren't the only trees you can tap for syrup. This is a black walnut tree.
Hello, 911.
Hey, it's me again.
Again, dude, you need to stop.
I'm not stopping. It's maple season.
There's more important things than not sending a crew this time.
You got it. You got it. It's your job. It's your job.
Well, did the syrup dry?
Yeah.
And you're by the benches?
Yeah. Oh yeah, and also you bring some soapy water and tweezers this time. There's for sure splinters in it.
You're a problem. You're a real problem.
Today I asked a girl for a spot.
Hi, can you spot me real quick?
And she was super rude to me.
No. Okay, rude, my bad.
Is it that hard to lend somebody a hand?
What a bitch.
You know, those low IQ women from The View earlier, it really looked like they needed a proper explanation of why we need men that was slow enough for people of their intelligence to understand. So here's something I found with pictures and crayon. I really hope it's dumbed down enough for you.
What do I need a man for?
What do I need a man for? I've written a few things here that you need men for. Pause to read. If you lived in a hut outside in nature, you would not be asking that question.
He ain't lying.
You would see every day. You would say, what do I need men for? To keep threats away, to keep me safe. They go hunting. They bring back food. They provide. They protect. That's what you needed men for back then. And ever since then, men have worked their asses off on railroads and in coal mines and going to war. And they created civilization, which is way better than that hut.
Yay!
And just recently, you've started to say that it's not fair that men have more of the wealth than you. You want to make the same, but then you also want men to pay.
This is bullshit!
So now we have this fake fictional situation where you think you're doing this yourself. You think you got up here on your own. But this is really what it comes from. There are men today still overwhelmingly making all these things available for you. You mostly have comfy office jobs. But since you believe that you're doing this all yourself because you can't see what men are doing, you're treating most of them as unneeded.
You just don't get it, do you? You don't.
Like this, you're saying, what do we need men for? They're not needed. Even though they are still doing all of this and they're not getting very much for it. So now we have a situation where more and more women think that being a product manager is where all of this comes from, and men are dropping out because there's nothing in it for them.
I don't blame you.
If you don't want a man in your life, that's up to you. But if you don't recognize that this is the situation we're living in, then we're all just in a lot of trouble.
Which means we're all fucked. So for all you clueless women out there, like the ones at the beginning of this video, out there living these privileged, self-entitled, selfish little lives where you make it your job to shit on men, I hope that explanation was enlightening, and I hope it was slow enough for you. And for everyone else, before we get back into this video, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell. All that shit really helps. I appreciate you. Let's get back into it.
A lot of y'all have an overinflated ego. You're not bringing nothing to the table but problems, attitude, and tarnished and zesty coochie.
Why is it got?
I don't know. So check your attitude. No, check your attitude. Because y'all are not all that.
Oh my God.
Remember this, it takes 6 men to carry a guy to his grave. It takes 1 woman to put him there.
Hey, yo, you might have just made a fact just now. That's some real shit.
What type of value do you bring to the table? Randy, my pussy gets dumb wet. Like, my pussy gets dumb wet. Like, my throat works mad good. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Like,
and that's exactly what they think.
I hear you. Okay, I get all that, but if we was to raise a family, right, and the child... I'm dumb pretty. Why am I raising a child? Why is my husband not hiring a maid? Like, why is he not rich enough? I'm dumb pretty. That what does that have to do with anything? The fuck? Like, my pussy's dumb good. Like, what the hell? And I know how to manifest. Like, what the fuck? Like, what man would not want me? I look dumb good. Bottom line. And if you think otherwise, you like men.
Man, this is some bullshit.
You know what I'd like to see from men on International Women's Day?
What?
I'd like to see them doing things that would actually have a positive impact on women's lives.
Well, they are the garbage men picking up your used cat litter. They work in the sewer system to clean up your nasty shit. Mine for coal so that you can have electricity to cry about what a victim you are online. Drill for oil so you can have gas in your car to make it to Taylor Swift's concert. Are the truck drivers delivering coffee to your local Starbucks. And are the ones risking their lives working the most dangerous jobs in the country so that you can live a life that's safe and sound. Maybe you should be the one that's more appreciative of men.
This motherfucker don't miss.
No, he's fucking good.
You know, when you see clips like the one at the beginning of this video, men are useless, you think to yourself, I've heard that before, it's benign, it happens all the fucking time, right? But you take that comment and you multiply it by millions across all media over years and years, and this is your large-scale effect. Even though men are doing the vast majority of all the most dangerous, most important jobs in all the world, this is how they get treated. When the truth is, the majority of women, excluding nurses and teachers and the important ones, the majority of women are doing useless jobs themselves. Jobs they had to invent in the 50s when women entered the workforce, just so they had something to do. Now you got these manicurists and HR reps coming online talking about men are useless and they need to do more. When men are the ones who keep your power on, your water running, and the shelves stocked at the grocery store. I mean, the privilege and ignorance here is something else.
We like to pay for the person behind me. Today is National Day of Remembrance for homicide victims, and my husband was brutally killed. So I just wanted to give some love today, and I hope that, you know, if anybody that you lost, and I feel like there is somebody, and she's watching you. She's watching you all the time, and she loves you. So this is...
Damn, that's crazy. We got number 6 is buy one, get one free. We're doing a deal right now where you can exchange fries for onion.
Hello there.
Wait a
What's
minute.
this?
$2 beers, $5
Oh, great. Awesome.
This OnlyFans era is insane to me. Feminism really let women be whatever they want, and a lot of them still choose to be a prostitute.
Right.
Crazy.
Did that go the way you thought it was going to go?
It was not.
Nope.
To have
Another useful
this much
occupation.
power and this much influence over everything, and to be able to do whatever jobs you want, most of you chose prostitution. That is quite a conundrum in my mind too.
The OF girl, a productive member of society. I mean, I wonder how far they'd get without men.
Say the weird thing.
Would you rather have willies for fingers or a finger for a willy?
Does it look like I care? Whatever it takes, all right? Whatever it takes.
Have deep-rooted problems and stuff them down inside until they burst out in violent episodes. Be a man.
Wait. What did he say again?
Go on.
We're here to fuck shit up.
You know, when you're actually better than someone at something, you don't generally feel the need to go around and shaming them, talking down to them, convincing them that you're better than them. So it really calls into question the whole mentality of all these women trying to convince the world that men are useless and that women are better than men, right? And it can get under your skin a little bit, the fact that some of this shit is acceptable against men and not women, but we take it in stride because we're men, right?
It gets under my skin a lot, guys. This is why I do what I do when I date women. I straight up tell them. You know, I tell you guys not to talk about red pill shit and during dates. I do it. I fucking do it. Why? Because it annoys the shit out of me when these women do certain things, and I just straight up call it out right then and there on the date. And I don't give a fuck.
Don't let the bullshit get you down. Don't let the ungrateful get you down. Never waste your time with the people who don't appreciate you for who you are and what you do. And here's a little reminder of some of the little things that men do.
Do we need men?
No.
Do we need men?
Honestly, no.
Do we need men?
No.
Why?
Because they suck. Let's walk back down, dude. You're right. Who saved your life? See your hero?
This is my favorite one. Men, ain't we? It's one of my favorite ones too. This man bolted so hard, holy moly.
I'm proud of you, you know that. I hope you do.
I've got no.
All day life, all night life, let's get it life, let's get it life, let's get it life, all day life.
Shout out to MVM Kind. That was some enraging chow. This is why I love him. I love all the channels I always feature. Men are pushing back. Men are speaking our minds and telling them we ain't accepting that shit no more. Please take a subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao.